What I would like to see happen for the both of you in that transition is, and this is hard with croup high horses, not such a closed hip angle. So take him forward to trot again. And this is a problem of horses who are croup high, what they make happen in people's bodies, right? So if you like your trot, when he eventually gets back to trot, if you like your trot, he says, I don't do those anymore, I only do walks now. If you like your trot, think about your belly button back to your spine, or I hesitate to say lean back, but get shoulder joint on top, if not a hair behind your hip joint, behind your base of support, in the transition. Okay. So, heaven forbid, we're not going to drive him right, less on seat. Yeah. We're not going to drive him forward. It'll be still a very soft seat. Okay. But what we want eventually to have happen is that first step is withers up. He was polite enough to go, but he went croup up, as he always does. All right, I liked it better. I think he thought it was weird. And your left hand is very strange. We know that is. It's always, yes, so you have to deal with that. Will he allow you to ride him through to the right rein? Nothing as gross as Ron Bear, but along those lines.
I'm working on that.
I noticed that. Good boy, perhaps? Yeah, good boy. It just changes the way he carries himself just enough that he has to maybe engage some brain cells or get out of forward trundle. Good boy. We don't want to take it quite all the way to school canter because we do want him to keep reaching forward with the hind leg. Take it down the rail at this canter if possible. And this is when it's very tricky, thinkers. I don't have to judge him. Because would this be a collected canter? In the whole universe? No. In his universe? Perhaps. Well, you could say, well, he needs the croup lower. You're like, yeah, he was born with it up in the air. Whoopsie daisy. Not surprising. We'll get on the same lead on all four legs, dear. Try not to get whiplash there. So, not surprising when we think Ron Bear, because even though you keep sitting for the right lead, he hears left lead. Yeah, I know. So part of this is just the obedience. If I want to put you through to the right rein and stay on right lead, I sit for right lead, you stay on right lead forever. If I want to put you through the left rein, that would be traditional. You stay on the right lead forever. And make really, this is impressive. Into the corners he does flying changes to the counter canter. And they're quite nice, actually. Pretty impressive. So, if he flips the lead change on you again, go off and do a right canter pirouette.
Okay.
You know, being mindful of footing and all of that. But your attitude is, if you want to make life complicated, this is complicated, you can do a right canter pirouette. Good boy. Because for some of these horses, they don't, they're good at their changes. He's sure that would make you happier or make him more pleasant or more comfy or something. You're like, I was just trying to ride you through to the right rein. What's the big deal? This is good now, yes? Good boy. Out of your corner in K, do half pass right. So many of the slight peculiarities of your seat are because he's croup high. One of these days I'm going to see you on an uphill horse and see if you still do it. All right, go straight down the center line, turn right and come again. Too much right positioning with the neck.
Okay.
Or you can say not parallel enough, however you want to think about this. All right, slow the shoulders just a bit and catch the haunches up a bit. Slow the shoulders, catch the butt up. There you go. Go straight. Good boy, yeah. Go straight next time. I know. Sometimes you just smile and take what they give you. All right, if you choose, you probably allow it, ride him through to the left rein this way. I don't know, nothing as obvious as Ron Bear, but connect the left rein. Normally we connect him to the right rein, yes? What happens if you connect him to the left rein? Well, that would be your preparation for canter pirouette for sure. This is collected canter for this horse. No one could question it. Good boy. Half pass left when ready. Better. not want to take the nose beyond the point of the left shoulder. Good boy.
Sorry.
It's okay. But it should have been to walk.
I was afraid you were going to put the lead.
I know. So if we can trick him into collected canter by simply putting him through to the inside rein, how simple for us. It also straightens him. Half pass again when ready. There's a bit of aperative on your right rein. No surprise there, huh? Good boy. All right, go straight down the rail. A, turn down the center line. Half pass left towards E. Hopefully flying change, and half pass back. I don't care if he gets all the way to E or not. I'm looking that he allows you to make a steeper angle if you choose without doing odd stuff. Like retracting his pole, flying change now. Right half pass, lost control of the shoulder. All right, right half pass. You're like, I can make a right half pass. I really can. There you go. Good boy. In your half pass to walk, keep half passing. Good boy. All right, and loose rein for a moment. So I don't know whether this is you or this is him. Your right half pass actually needs to be more parallel to the long side. You may have fixed haunches leading too well.
Okay.
So it's actually not quite parallel enough. Left half pass is fine. I mean, it's working well enough. Do, even in your half passes beyond guard, don't take the nose beyond the point of the inside shoulder. So for many people it helps to think, move the middle of neck, like it's right flexion, move the middle of neck left, rather than crank a right flexion.
Okay.
Because that's really what needs to happen.
Right.
And then that will bring the shoulders where you need them to be, and you can put her on over.
Right.
Is Jill riding the second horse too? You're going to, I'd say you center.
All right, so now canter pirouettes.
Okay.
So your goal would be to get the canter that you got when you connected him to the inside rein. We were on left lead, I guess. Because that he should be able to pirouette in.
Okay.
Not necessarily connected to the left rein, but that balanced and that on the aids looking, you know, I do that carefully. Because we know he can turn and spin on a dime, but that's not really what we want. And I would just continue pirouetting, either walk or canter, until he figures out exactly what it is you wanted. There you go. Better. Good boy. Still a bit of a tendency to spin butt out.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's hard that once he gets, it's like, I know what you want, shut up, don't talk to me. You're like, problem is it's either pirouette or it's not. So you think to yourself, my outside sitter bone back crossed over his left hind, and you're like, it's a pirouette thing, dear. Keep turning. Good boy, leave it. Good boy. So, leave it. Because about the time he retracts his pole, odd stuff happens. Then he belongs on a carousel. So, it began reasonably. You caught the hindquarters, and as soon as you caught the hindquarters, then he said, here's my ears, lady.
Right.
So at that point you say, now we're going to have a problem because I'm not riding around bascule, I'm riding a V,
Right.
the wrong direction. Like it's a bust at that point because you can't get him withers up at that point. All right, so head off, go do a canter, make school canter, make at most 90 degree, maybe 180, and then say, I have to be able to get, for our purposes, you can think of it as croup down, withers up, pole down. And then I get to start my pirouette again. Now that you might be able to do that in the midst of the pirouette, or you might have to leave the pirouette for 4 minutes. We don't know. Because once he gets really retracted, then you lose all the top line and it won't work anymore. I mean, as hard as he tries, it still won't work. That's why I said the odd thing of connecting him to the inside rein. I'm game to try anything. Once at least. Good boy. Yeah, it's going to happen. Yep. Leave it. Good boy. That was really good bending of the right hind. And then you just start again. And remember, it's a different animal than a circle. It is a different mechanical mode for the horse. They have to step, I don't know, sideways or something. Certainly not left with any part of it. Yep. Risk a turn now. Leave it. Good boy. That's fine. And canter out. Because remember, it's a canter. Or it's a walk pirouette. But it's not a fall apart and rest.
So should I, if I lose it, I should just continue with the walk?
You should either do a walk pirouette or pick up canter, but not take a nap. Because then the problem is, it's like, I do bad, I get to stop. He doesn't know it's bad. He just assumes that's when he got to stop, so that must be what you want.
Okay.
And remember, at about 90 degrees, just like on the walk pirouette, they'll slide you off the wrong side, so at some point in there, you got to hike yourself back over your inside knee. Good? Wrist turning now. Turning. Canter out, leave it. Last stride was not good, yes? Up until that point, quite good. So the last stride, he lost a bit of balance when you told him to get out of it, and then he had to flip leads on you. So I know we've done the pattern where you half pass to a pirouette and half pass back and pirouette, 180 degree pirouette and half pass. Sort of a trapezoid. Does that ring any bells to you?
Yeah.
Okay. When you have them that lose their balance at the end, then you head off and half pass again.
Okay.
Until they figure out it's about movement like half pass, not movement like circle. And I got to be able to go again, to go off and half pass. Turning. Now half pass towards B as in boy or thereabouts. Oops, sorry.
Okay, I went too far then.
Yeah. Now pirouette right again.
Right.
There's room. Half pass. Yep, turn too far again, yes?
Okay. I'm an idiot.
So our trapezoid, well, now we're on left lead. So our trapezoid is going to go from something like P towards S, E towards F.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
And I did a half pirouette.
Half pirouette, right. Because it's just beyond the halfway point that rider loses balance and horse loses balance, which is, we understand why. So this is going to go towards S or towards E, and then it's going to half pirouette and go back towards Fred or something. Turning. Now half pass now. Where's your alignment? All right, you need to face the end of the ring there, yes? Because you needed to do left pirouette. He makes it too complicated. All leads on the same leg. Yeah, there you go. So if you're on right lead, go down the rail to Victor, half pass towards R. You're going to pirouette, or I don't care, M, it doesn't matter to me. You're going to pirouette at the quarter line, and you're going to go back to Victor or back to K. So now look at V or, come on, Rosie. Canter off to V or K, half pass now. Parallel to the long side. There you go. No, we're still on that. And turn anyway. That's his problem. Turn right. That's his problem. You know how to half pass, horsey. Parallel to the long side. Get your chest straight at the end of the ring. There you go. Good boy. And then you're going to pirouette right. And you're starting your half pass now. Half pass. You got it. All right. Does that make a difference? All right, walk. That's a really hard exercise for a horse, too. And your attitude is, look, dude, I can make my frontal plane square with the short end of the ring, and that's a half pass, and you know how to do that. And he's like,